What up everybody, it's Senny, and this is Gems of War for PS4, and today I'm going to show you some beginner teams. And the quest lines will give you an epic troop at the end, so if you complete each kingdom's quest line, you'll get an epic troop, which will really help you out in the beginning of the game. For building teams, you'll have epic troops. So if we go to Pan's Veil, okay, so once you get Pan's Veil, which you should unlock all your kingdoms first thing, like just build a team that works for you, which I'll try to show you one to do in this video here. But you want to unlock all your kingdoms and then do all the quests. That's like the first couple things you should do, and I'll probably do a video on like the first few things you should do. Also, I'm going to do a few of these beginner guides. This is just part one, but I wanted to do a team building one first. That way you guys have some teams to start getting some of this stuff done. So in Pan's Veil, if you do the quest, you'll get this guy. His name is Elwyn. He's an epic troop, so if you complete out all 27 quests, which should not be that hard, you can do it with whatever you got. It almost doesn't matter what team you do. The quests aren't hard at all. Just make sure they're on normal. Beat all 27 quests, you'll have access to the troop Elwyn. So he's the first troop I'm gonna base these teams on, because it's anybody can get them. I mean, as long as you just aren't straight starting from the very beginning, as long as you're like at least level 50, level 100, something like that, level 200, 500. If you're still level 1, just get all your quests done, open up your kingdoms, don't worry about any of this stuff. But if you're past level 50, 100, and you're looking for some good teams for lower level players and beginners, this is going to be good for you. So Elwyn here, you get him from just completing out the quests in Pan's Veil, so you pretty much get him for free. He's an epic troop. He destroys a row and column and deals 26 damage to a random enemy, boosted by yellow gems destroyed, which is really good in the beginning of the game, because he's going to do a lot of damage, and he's going to generate mana for everybody else by destroying a row and a column, and just do a ton of damage for you. It's great. And his traits are Greedy, gain 2 bonus gold on 4 or 5 gym matches, Song of Light, summon a light storm at the start of battle, and Alert, immunity to silence. And the good thing about him is you don't have to have these traits, but they do help a little bit, especially the Song of Light. So he's what we're going to base this first team around. You can get him easily by completing the Pan's Veil's quests. So we'll build a team around him. Let's see here. I think I started here. Okay, so this is the team that I suggest you make. And the first slot, let's take a step back here. So team composition in Gems of War. There is a few different kinds of troops. There are tanks, which is going to absorb damage from, like, skull damage from the enemy. So you want them to have high HP, high armor, and traits that will absorb armor, like Holy Armor here, reduces damage from skulls by 40%. Stuff like that. You want to have a tank in the first slot, which in the beginning of the game, it's going to most likely be your hero. So you almost will always put your hero in the first slot. So there's tanks, which go in the first slot and the last slot. And then there are mana generators, such as Alchemist. Transform a selected mana color to yellow, gain 28 gold. So this guy, his complete job, his only job, he only had one job. And that one job was to generate mana for everybody else on the team. So that's his one job. He's going to get everybody else up so they can do damage or whatever, buff, debuff, all that stuff. So you have tanks, and then you have mana generators, and then you have damage dealers. So Elwyn is a damage dealer slash mana generator, because he's destroying a row and a column, which is generating mana, and he's also dealing damage. So he's mostly a damage dealer, but he's kind of a hybrid damage dealer slash mana generator, which are really good. And this here, Night Coronet, is a tank slash damage dealer. So a lot of them do two different jobs, but there's also buffers and debuffers. So that's the basically the 6 types of troops there are. There are tanks, like your hero, with Mountain Crusher, which is also a mana generator. Somebody that can take a lot of damage and stand on the front line and be a tank and protect everybody else. That's a tank. The second type is a mana generator. Their main job is just to create mana for the rest of the team. Like Alchemist, he's gonna be transforming to yellow, so you get a bunch of yellow mana and extra turns and everything, and it fills up everybody else on your team that uses yellow mana. And then we have Elwyn, a damage dealer. He's gonna do his best to kill the other troops on the other team. And he's kind of a hybrid here, but that's the other type of troop is damage dealer. And Knight Coronet is a tank slash damage dealer. So yeah, the types of troops are tanks, mana generators, damage dealers, buffers, and debuffers. So that's what you got as far as teams. And another thing you want to do is try to cover as many colors as possible with your teams. So on this team we have brown, brown and red, yellow and green, and blue and yellow. So the only color we're missing is purple. So if we wanted to, we could go and search for purple troops and try to find one that, you know, has purple in it, so we cover every color. The more colors you can cover, the better. That way every time you're matching gems, you're getting mana for somebody. So that's, the more colors you can cover, the better. So most of the times you want to have a tank in the first slot, mostly your hero in the beginning of the game, then a mana generator in the second slot usually, damage dealer or somebody you want to protect in the third slot, because the third slot is the most protected slot. It's the least hit, so you want to keep your, you know, the troop that you can't live without, you want to put them in the third slot. So we got Elwyn there dealing damage, and then we have a back tank. So you want somebody in the fourth slot, somebody that can take somewhat kind of damage, like a decent hybrid tank or something. You know, the second most tanky troop on your team should be in the last slot, because a lot of teams do damage to the last slot. So you want a back tank. He's also doing damage, so you want him to kind of do 2 jobs. So this guy is tanking and doing damage. This guy is doing damage and generating mana. The Alchemist is fully just generating mana, and the hero here, the Mountain Crusher, is tanking and generating mana. So I want to change this to a different class. Hold on a second. Class. So the first class I want you guys to get is Sentinel. Right here. Equip. And then for talent trees, and the reason for that is Vanguard here. You can get it pretty easily at level 10. You gain barrier at the start of battle, so that's going to make you even more tanky. It's going to give you a barrier before the battle even starts, so you have, if somebody hits you, you're going to be protected totally from that damage. And you can also get 10% bonus XP from battle at level 20. And then you can gain barrier when matching brown gems at 40. I'm not even there yet with Sentinel. But yeah, get Sentinel, start leveling up Sentinel as your first class. And the way you get classes is you go to Urskaya and just complete out all the quests. And you'll also get a troop from this as well, an epic troop and a class. So my recommendation is to fully complete Pan's Veil quests to get Elwyn, and then fully complete Urskaya quest to get Sentinel, and then you can make this team. And it's down here. It's not named yet because I just started doing this. But Mountain Crusher, you can get Mountain Crusher by just 30 Earth Mastery. So when you level up, you get to choose between different masteries. It'll give you a random choice between 2 colors every time you level up. So what I want you to do is always pick brown. If brown is an option, always pick brown mastery. And as soon as you have 30 brown mastery, you'll have this weapon. So it's not going to take very long at all. By the time you're level 100, level 75, level 200, you'll definitely have Mountain Crusher. Mountain Crusher destroys a bunch of gems, so it's awesome. It gives everybody else on the team mana. So that's what you need to do to have this easy team here that I made up. Knight Coronet is just an ultra rare. Elwyn, an epic you get from a quest at Pan's Vale. Alchemist isn't what? He's like a rare. He's not even an ultra rare. Let's see here. Base rarity. I always forget the rarities. Anyway, he's only a rare, so you're gonna get him fairly early. He's easy to get. Just from opening a few keys, you'll have Alchemist right here. And you don't really need to have him traded either for this team. So, and then Knight Coronet, ultra rare, pretty easy to get. Elwyn, super easy to get. You just complete the quests in Pan's Vale. Alchemist is really easy to get. And Mountain Crusher is just 30 Earth Mastery, so that doesn't take very long either. But pick Brown whenever you have a choice. Pick Brown until you get 30 Earth Mastery, and you'll get Mountain Crusher. And then the Sentinel class. The Sentinel class you get from completing the quests in Urskaya. And that's pretty easy to get. And when you're leveling up Sentinel, it's not going to take too long, and you're going to have a barrier at the start of battle, just at level 10. That's really easy to get. That's like 20 battles or something. It's not that hard to get to Vanguard. So gain barrier at the start of battle. That'll make you extra tanky. So this is the team here. Mountain Crusher with Sentinel on your hero. Alchemist. Elwyn from Pan's Vale quests. Knight Coronet. And you can substitute something else for Knight Coronet if you want. Try to make it a tanky troop that also does damage, because you need somebody to help out Elwyn. So, and he's just an ultra rare. I didn't pick a legendary, an epic, or a mythic for this spot. I picked a ultra rare. Alright, so let's take this team out for a spin. For the banner, if you don't have all these banners, I picked the bear banner. What you want to do is either get 2 brown or 2 yellow for this team, since you have 2 troops with yellow, 2 troops with brown. So if you have to, do double brown or double yellow if you don't have this bear banner yet, which you should. If you complete out the quest line and everything for Urskaya, you'll probably have it. So I recommend the bear banner for 2 brown plus 1 red minus purple, which we don't use. So let's take the team out for a spin, and then I'll recommend some other teams just in case. But we'll just go to PvP. We'll just do 1 trophy, because when you're starting out in this game, you don't really want to try to do 3 trophy. You can dabble in some 2 trophy, but I'd recommend doing 1 trophy until you get, the lay of the land and know what your team can do. Then you can start trying for 2 trophy, then 3 trophy, and all that. So we're going to try to match brown gems, because we have +2 brown, or match red gems and get Alchemist up. But our main goal is to get Elwyn up and start doing damage. So we have a purple extra turn, gotta take it. Green extra turn right here and right here. So when you're taking extra turns, make sure you take the one that's higher up on the board first, because if you cascade gems, you could mess up that lower extra turn. So if you took this lower extra turn right here first, it's right here. See the extra turn if I move this here? If I take this first, it could drop some gems that'll mess up that other extra turn, so you always want to take the one up top first, the one that's higher up on the board. So we'll take that. So now, look, we got another one up top. We got blue here. So we're going to take this one. It's higher up on the board. Okay, now we can go take our other extra turn down here, this green one. Always take extra turns. There's almost never a reason not to. The only time you would not take extra turns is if you're spawning that color of gem and you're using like a looping team, and that's a little bit more advanced tactics for Gems of War. But if you're using a team that generates a certain color of gem, sometimes you would not want to take an extra turn, because you want to leave as many gems on the board of that color as possible, so you can use your troop. It generates more, and then it will give you a ton of extra turns and do its move. Okay, so now we're looking for brown. We almost got Elwyn up already, so we might as well do that. Let's go ahead and take this yellow and hope Elwyn gets up. And we'll get purple there, which doesn't matter. We don't have any purple troops. Let's take this brown extra turn right here. And if you wait for a second, it'll show you any extra turns on the board, like automatically. But I've been playing for a long time, so... Skulls. Sometimes you take skulls, sometimes you don't. Right now, I know I'm going to kill their first troop if I take skulls, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. The reason you would sometimes not take skulls is it will pretty much waste their turn, the enemy's turn, if you skull bait, what we call skull bait. So you let the other team have skulls while you take mana. You're gaining mana, they take the skulls. Like say in this situation, if they took these skulls. Here, I'll do it right here just for you to see. I'm going to leave those skulls there, they can have them. I'm going to get some mana or whatever. Let's just grab this blue mana just to demonstrate. So I'm going to let them have them skulls, because I have a barrier right now. If they take those skulls, it's literally going to do nothing except for get rid of my barrier. And I'm going to get ahead in the match because I'm going to get blue mana for my Knight Coronet while they're pretty much wasting a turn. The AI for the enemy team will almost always take gems or skulls. If you leave skulls up on the board, they will almost always take it. That's why it's called skull baiting. Left them up there. They took a different, but they still took skulls. So, okay, let's use the skulls here. Let's kill that troop. Now let's demonstrate Elwyn. He's gonna do, he's gonna destroy a row and a column, so you gotta pay attention. And he's gonna do more damage based on how many yellow gems you destroy. So you're gonna have to look out for yellow gems. So he's gonna destroy a whole row, up and down, or a column, up and down, and then a whole row, left to right. So it's gonna make like an X shape. So you're gonna wanna see, okay, which row has the most yellow in it. So this one has 3. 1 here, 3 here, 2 here, 1 here, 1 and 1. So we have 3 on the very top. And then find a column with a lot of yellow. So we have 3 here, that looks good. So we're gonna do this row and this column. So we're gonna pick this gem right here, because that'll destroy the row we want with the 3 yellow, and the column we want with 3 yellow. Okay, so I'm going to cast Elwyn. It's going to do a bunch more damage because we're destroying 6 yellow gems. Boom, we kill one shot their hero there. Pretty nice. Now we can use Knight Coronet. He's going to remove all purple gems and deal 23 damage to the first and last enemies boosted by gems removed. So the more purple on the board, the more damage he's going to do. Also, if you look, he's going to remove all the purple gems off the board. So if at any time it looks like if you remove a purple gem that you can get an extra turn, that's a really good time to do Knight Coronet. I really don't pay attention to that. I just hope that there's a lot of purple on the board, and then I hope for like a cascade or an extra turn. But if you really want to go in depth, you can kind of plan out by what all the purples that are going to get removed, what's going to happen, and then plan when you're going to do your Knight Coronet based on that. But I really think that's overthinking it for this type of, beginner team. So let's go ahead and cast it and win the match. Bam. So we won 1 trophy. I'm level 1137, so pretty difficult. But for you, you'll be facing people at your level. With this team, you should win pretty often. And I think it's a really good team for beginners. Let's go ahead and do one more match with this team. We'll go do the class trial. There's a class trial right now, so I'll show you that this team can beat stuff like this as well. Oh, we can't do that because we have to use certain troops. Let's do dungeon then. We'll do dungeon. You gotta do your dungeons every day. It gives you diamonds for mythic troops, so we'll use this team on a dungeon just to show that it can do it. And I'll explain it one more time. Okay, so this team, we have Mountain Crusher. We got that from getting 30 brown mastery. Every time you level up, you get to choose a color mastery to level up also. It's going to give you a random choice between 2 different colors. Every time it gives you the choice to pick brown until you get 30, till you pick brown 30 times. That'll automatically give you Mountain Crusher, which explodes brown gems. It's going to give you a ton of mana for your team. We're also using Sentinel as our class. Sentinel, you just have to go to Urskaya and beat all the quests. The quests are really easy. Don't worry about it. Just make a team that's has somewhat kind of synergy. It doesn't even really have to. Just use your hero in the first slot. Use some damage troops. Use some mana generators. And a bank tank if you can. And get Sentinel. Try to get it to level 20. You'll have a barrier when you start the battle. We'll get this extra turn here. Alchemist, really easy to get. It's just a rare troop. You'll get it with keys, like, pretty quick. Elwyn, beat Pan's Veil quests. Complete out all the Pan's Veil quests. You'll get him for free, an epic troop for free. He does good damage at low levels. And Knight Coronet, he's an ultra rare. He's a little harder to get, but he's not epic, he's not legendary, he's not... You can substitute some other blue or purple troop as your back tank here. You want him to be kind of tanky and probably do some damage, so... Okay, let's see. We could leave these skulls. We could skull bait here. Get us some brown mana. Nope, there's no brown. Let's go ahead and grab this red and let them have the skulls. Okay, maybe we can get our Alchemist up and I can show off the Alchemist. We got brown here. Let's take brown. Now we have our Mountain Crusher and our Alchemist. I'm going to show you the Alchemist now. Alchemist will transform a selected mana color to yellow. So what you want to do is look for extra turns. Like, say, you got to think in your head, if I turn blue into yellow, will that give me an extra turn? So here I see, yes, it will. If blue was yellow, would this be an extra turn? Yes, it would. Also, green. If I turn green into yellow, that would be an extra turn, because X's like this are an extra turn. 4 in a row is an extra turn, 5 in a row is extra turn. So if I changed blue into yellow, I would get an extra turn. So you want to look at your Alchemist. You want to see which gems are they're the most of on the board. We have 11 red and 10 blue, so blue would be fine. Let's transform blue into yellow. And make sure you always get an extra turn with this. Bam! Got a bunch of yellow mana, got an extra turn. Now we can do something else. We have a yellow extra turn here. Let's take it. Ooh, yeah, got some skulls, killed their first troop on that Cascade. Cascade is what happens after you make your move, when the gems fall. Whatever happens after that you really have no control over unless you really think ahead, that's what a Cascade is. Here's another extra turn, 4 in a row. Okay, so now we have Elwyn and Knight Coronet. So let's find a good spot to cast Elwyn. We're going to look for a row and a column with the most yellow gems in it, so we can do the most damage. The more yellow gems in the row and the column that we pick, the more damage we do. So let's look for our row. There's 2 in this row, 1 in this row, 2 in this row, 0 in this row, 2 in this row, 2 in this row, 1 in this row, 1 in this row. Okay, so we got a bunch with 2. Now we gotta find a column. There's 1 here, 0 here, 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. So there's 3 here, and 2 here. So let's cast it right here. So this way we got 2 yellow, right, in our row, and then we got 3 here in our column. So we're gonna cast right here so we can hit them both. We're gonna get 5 yellow gems and do a ton of damage. Bam, killed their last troop. It picks a random enemy to hit, so you have no control which enemy it hits, but it'll pretty much kill them as long as you explode at least a couple yellow gems. We got Elwyn again. We could cast him again. Look, we got 4 yellow here in this row. So let's find a column with a couple. They all have 1, it looks like, so let's do this right here, and we're going to get 5 more yellow gems. Do a ton of damage, kill one of their troops. Boom, killed another troop there. Extra turn for yellow here. Got Elwyn up again. How many purple do we got? 9 purple, so let's go ahead and cast Knight Coronet because there's 9 purple. The more purple on the board, the more damage he does. So I'd recommend casting him anytime there's 9 or more purple on the board. Boom, killed him. Wreck that dungeon. That was so easy. Didn't lose any troops. Nothing. Alright. So for this team, one more time, just to reiterate and drill it into your head so you know exactly what you're doing here. This name is getting on my nerves. Let's get rid of this name just so. Just gonna rename it. It's getting on my nerves. Beginner team. Alright, that was getting on my nerves, sorry. Okay, so once again, just to reiterate, the only reason I'm doing this is for beginners. Anybody out there that's higher level than me watching this, I'm sorry, I hope you get something out of it. I love you. But this is for beginners. I'm trying to reiterate, go slowly, explain everything. Yeah, so Mountain Crusher in the first slot, it's our tank. There's tanks, mana generators, damage dealers, buffers and debuffers. You want a tank in the first slot to take damage. It's just like any RPG, any other RPG. You put your tank up front, right? Okay, so Mountain Crusher with Sentinel is our tank, our hero. You want to get Mountain Crusher by getting 30 Earth Mastery. Every time you level up, you get a choice between 2 colors to master. Every time brown comes up, make sure you pick it until you have at least 30. I would go even further than that. Pick brown for the first 100 because you're going to want Mang, Bronze Lock Pistol. There's a bunch of good brown weapons, so at least go to 30 to get Mountain Crusher. Then Sentinel. You get Sentinel by completing out Urskaya. Right here. Do the quests. Do the 28 quests. You'll get Urskaya. You'll get the Sentinel class. You just have to play with the Sentinel class as your class for like 20 to 30 battles, and then you'll have a barrier at the beginning of battle just from using Sentinel. Right here. Let's go to class, Sentinel, and then you can change your talents right here. Right here, Vanguard. Gain barrier at the start of battle. It's just level 10. You only have to. It's for level 1. You have to kill. You have to do 1 battle. For level 5, you do 5 battles. For level 10, you do 10 battles. So that's a total of 16 battles just to get a barrier right off the bat. Easy. Very helpful. 20 battles. Quick study. You're gonna get 10% bonus XP from battle. You need that. You want that. So complete out all the quests in Urskaya and Pan's Vale. Damn it. Beginner team. Alright, so I said Mastery. 30 brown Mastery to get Mountain Crusher. I said Sentinel. Complete out the quests in Urskaya to get Sentinel. Alchemist. He's a rare troop. You're going to get him very soon. Easily with just a few keys. Easy to get. He's your mana generator in your second slot. He's going to create a bunch of mana for the rest of your troops. Elwyn, he's your damage dealer. You're going to get him by completing the quests in Pan's Vale. He's a free epic troop. He's going to do a bunch of damage, and he's going to destroy yellow gems and all kinds of other gems, and he's going to generate mana as well. Knight Coronet is your back tank / backup damage dealer. So he's backing up your tank. He's on the back. Sometimes the enemy will go at you from the back to the front instead of the front to the back, so you need a tank back there to protect Elwyn. And you also need somebody else to do damage, so he's also doing damage. So this is the team I'd recommend with the bear banner if you have it. If you don't, just do like the double brown banner or the double yellow holy banner here from White Helm. But that's a team I'd recommend for beginners, and hopefully you understand how to build teams now. But let's just build a team from scratch now. I'm going to go base rarity. We're going to go down to epic or under. We'll just pick. We need a tank, right? Let's just get rid of our last team here. Get rid of everything. how to build teams. I'm teaching you how to build teams. The first slot's almost always going to be your hero. Your hero is really tanky. You want your hero in the first slot, especially if you have Sentinel, because you're going to have a barrier to start the battle. So you look at all your weapons, and hopefully you have something like Mountain Crusher. Let's see what else we got for weapons. Maybe I'll pick something different, just so, you know, before you get Mountain Crusher. Let's see if we can find something that you can get sooner than Mountain Crusher. What's a weapon you would get? That's purple. See, I just don't like some of these because you have to get purple mana. You have to do purple mastery, and I don't want to recommend doing purple. Purple mastery is the last mastery I would do if I was you. Well, let's just assume we're doing Mountain Crusher again because it's easy to get. There's no reason you shouldn't have it. Let's just go ahead and do it again. Mountain Crusher, the start to any good beginner team. Alright, so we have Brown, we have our tank, we're generating mana, so we have a tank / mana generator. So now we need to get somebody to do damage, pretty much. So we need to build our team around somebody doing damage. Let's try to go even lower. Let's do like a rare or a ultra rare. I'm gonna go down as far as I can. Let's try to make the weakest, like the lowest rarity team we can here. We need somebody to deal damage. Common troops are the easiest to get. Somebody to deal damage that isn't brown, because you want to cover all the colors. If you can cover 5 of them, that's great, because then you can use a banner that minuses one of the colors. Try to cover 5 to 6 colors on every team. So we need somebody to do some damage here. A troop to do some damage. Hopefully a common or a rare troop, so most of you have it. Preferably a troop that'll do damage to a lot of the enemy. Let's see here. Just looking through these troops that you probably have. A lot of these I'm sure you have. Could do some sort of Bombot team. Wolf Knight's decent. Winter Knight. Nah, he doesn't really do damage. Ooh, we could do Rowan, because Rowan you can get from doing the quests. So it's another free troop you can get. Let's see, where do you get Rowan from? Rowan, let's just look her up, because, oh yeah, she's a epic. And then the R's. Rowan, where are you? Okay, let's pick her, okay? Deal 21 damage, randomly split among enemies, boosted by my armor. Rowan, another free epic troop you can get. Where do you get her? Let's see here. Rowan, where do you get Rowan? Forest of Thorns. So go and complete all the quests out for Forest of Thorns, and you'll get this free epic as well, Rowan. Okay, so let's recruit her. Now you got to take into account what move she does. We got our tank, our brown tank, Mountain Crusher, with Sentinel. Gonna have barrier at the start of battle. Gonna generate mana for Rowan and everybody else. With brown, we have a green and a blue with Rowan. She's gonna deal 21 damage, randomly split among enemies, boosted by my armor. So, just pay attention here. She'll get more damage boosted by her armor. So if you can find a troop that's gonna boost her armor, then you're gonna do more damage. So let's find a troop that'll boost her armor. So let's go in here. You can look in spell effect, and it has all your spell effects here. So whatever you need, you can, you know, search by that. So we need to an armor buff. And I hope you can search by that. Armor buff. Let's hopefully they have it. Not really seeing it. I'm not sure what they call it exactly. Guess it's not in there. We'll go ahead and look for it on our own, I guess. Let's start down at the bottom again so you can, hopefully you have these troops. I'll try to find one that boosts armor. Gain 14 armor. No, that's not right. That's not good. We need a troop that's gonna give Rowan armor. Or everybody armor. Destroy all gems of a chosen ally's mana color. Give them 9 armor. That's pretty good. So maybe Sentry Bot. That's we'll put them in there just in case. It's yellow. That's good. We don't have yellow yet. But we also need somebody to do damage too. So we need armor and damage. I think I know a troop we can use. Just looking for it here. Somebody that's gonna give armor and do damage. Nope, not there. Because we want Rowan to do more damage. So we need to give her more armor. Let's see. I'm sure this is exciting, but I'm really trying to help you guys build your teams here. And I'm trying to use the lowest rarity troops I can on this team. The devoted... No, wait. Okay. Create 7 gems of a chosen type, cleanse all allies, and give them 17 armor. That's better than Sentry. Let's get rid of Sentry. And use the devoted. Yeah, it's gonna cleanse everybody and give them armor. And it's only a rare troop, so let's use her. Alright, we just need one more. We really need somebody that's gonna do damage, though. Preferably. Damage and armor would be great. Damage and armor, come on. Luckily I know what all these troops do, so we don't have to look at every single one of them. They gain armor if the enemy dies. Nope. What's the troop I need here? I was thinking, Setite. Let's see if I can find him. Setite Warrior. Give 15 armor to an ally. Deal that ally's armor as damage, randomly split among enemies. Yeah. Okay. This is looking good. I don't really like our coloration here, but... Okay, and Setite Warrior's just an ultra rare, not too bad. So we have our ultra rare. We have a rare. We have the epic you can get for free. And we have our weapon that you can get with 30 brown mastery. Alright, so let's put Rowan in the 3rd slot. This looks good. Setite Warrior's pretty tanky. We'll put him in the last slot. I need to level him up though. Make sure you level your troops as high as you can. Trade them up as much as you can. Do all that stuff, like when you can. I know it takes time. Okay. Alright, so this team is looking pretty good here. So, we need to change our banner though. So we have brown, yellow, blue, green. Okay, so we're missing red and purple. Missing red and purple. And we need either green, blue, or brown. So we're going to look for a banner that is probably, I would say, double blue, brown, or something like that. Double brown, blue, that's pretty good. Minus purple, we'll start with that. Any double blue, brown, maybe? Would be nice. Double blue, purple, no. Double blue, yellow, that's decent. Double blue green, that's pretty good. Minus yellow though, we don't really want the minus yellow. Double blue brown, there we go. Perfect. Oh, minus yellow, shit. Double brown red. Let's go with the double brown blue, I think, because we want minus purple. We don't use purple, so that's good. Alright, so here we go. Gotta take my tribute. Let's also try this team in PvP 1 trophy. I've never tried this team before. Okay, so we got our Mountain Crusher, 30 brown mastery, easy to get. Sentinel, Urskaya quests, complete them all out, easy to do. The Devoted, a rare troop, easy to get. You can get this with keys pretty easily. Rowan, free epic, get it from Forest of Thorns, complete all the quests in Forest of Thorns, free epic. And Setite Warrior, ultra rare, you can get that pretty easily also. Okay, so the way this team is going to work, Mountain Crusher's our tank, gonna also generate mana by exploding brown gems. Also has barrier, really good tank. The Devoted is gonna be a mana generator and give Rowan armor to do more damage. Rowan's gonna deal 21 damage, randomly split among enemies, boosted by her armor. Devoted and Setite Warrior are gonna give her more armor to do more damage. Setite Warrior is our back tank. He's going to give 19 armor to an ally and deal that ally's armor as damage randomly split amongst enemies. So he's also going to be doing damage based on armor. So this whole team is a team doing damage based on armor. And they're all super easy to get for beginners. Easy. So we got double brown blue, right? So we want to take brown or blue mana. We got a blue extra turn right here. Always take your extra turns. Very rare occasion where you won't. The board will automatically show you them if you wait long enough. Brown, yes, we need brown. Got brown cascade, there we go. Getting started here. Alright, I don't see any extra turns, so we're going to use our Mountain Crusher. It's going to blow up all the brown gems on the board, which is also going to blow up other gems around the brown gems. So you're going to generate a ton of mana for everybody on your team by doing that. See how the whole board pretty much disappeared? And now we have Devoted with full mana. Okay, so Devoted. She's going to create 7 gems of a chosen type, so we can choose any type, any color, and then cleanse all our allies. That means if they have a debuff, it's going to get rid of it. And it's going to give everybody 18 armor. So Rowan will do more damage, and you'll be more tanky. Alright, so what do we want to create? What kind of gems? We want to get either blue or green for Rowan. So it says there's 14 blue gems and there's 4 green. So we're going to do blue because there's already 14 on the board. So if we create 7 more, there's going to be so much blue on the board that you're going to get an extra turn. So let's go ahead and do that. Blue. Didn't get an extra turn. Sometimes you miss. But we did get a lot of blue mana there. And we put more blue on the board for the future. So that's good. Let's take brown. That'll give us Mountain Crusher up again. They're over there buffing and barriering and all that, so not doing too much to hurt us right now. Blow up the whole board again with Mountain Crusher. Now we have all of our troops up. Let's go ahead and give 19 armor to Rowan and then deal her armor. We could actually do this on our first troop and get a ton of damage. Let's go ahead and cast, because if we cast it on our first troop, he already has 89 armor. I'm gonna do it on Rowan though, because you guys might not have 89 armor on your hero. So let's do Rowan just to start building her up so we can get more consistent damage out of both of them. Okay, we knocked off all their barriers. They got them back again, but that's okay. We're going to cast Rowan now on her. It's going to be boosted by her armor, which is getting higher and higher. Knocked off their barriers again. They got them again. This is like a troll team here. Okay, let's do skull damage. And then take this extra turn. And let's create green, because there's 10 green. May not be the best team to show this against. They're just a troll team here, doing a bunch of barriers. We're gonna do our Mountain Crusher. Hopefully we can get a bunch of extra turns and knock them out real quick. Let's do Setite Warrior on our first troop, since we have a ton of armor on our first troop. Okay. Let's cast Devoted on blue. There's lots of blue on the board, which we missed again. We keep missing. This is great. Troll team in the fullest here. We are slowly knocking down their first troop, though. Let's cast Setite on our first troop again, since he has lots of armor. Actually, let's do the skulls and knock down that first troop some more. Alright, now, shoo, they got barriers all over the place again. This is annoying. Take brown, I guess, and skulls. Setite on our first troop. Rowan. Oh man, this is not looking good actually. Let's cast Mountain Crusher again. Got that. Got that. Setite Warrior. We're slowly knocking them down here. Let's do Devoted on green, I guess. And they also got a troop that summons, so that's beautiful. And they're killing our 2 troops that we need. I may just bail out of this, because this isn't really showing you anything. Yeah, this isn't really showing you anything. This team is terrible. I'm gonna retreat. We just got trolled by a stupid team, so let's go again. But this is the type of team you can build. When you're down being a beginner, you're not going to face stupid troll teams like that. That was basically Dwarven Gate, which barriers all the time. It was a bunch of them, plus a troop that's going to summon. That was really annoying. So let's take blue extra turn here. Red extra turn. Yellow extra turn. Okay. Looking good here. Let's do Rowan real quick. Knocking everybody down on the other side. Let's take these skulls. Bang, bang. Got a green extra turn here. Got some more skulls. Let's take them. Boom. The Devoted. Gonna give it to green. There's 15 green on the board. Gives everybody armor. I keep missing. I don't know why. It shouldn't be missing that much. Let's take green. Get Rowan up. Cast her again. Killed him. See, that's the way it's supposed to work. At least you got to see a troll team. Sometimes you just have to retreat. If you can tell the other team is just like the dumbest team ever that's gonna like wait you out, then just get out of there. Sometimes you gotta retreat. Let's also do a dungeon to show this team. The second one is gonna be a little harder. Let's give it a shot. Okay. What do we got? We got a red extra turn. No red mana, but might as well not give it to the other team. Brown extra turn here. Purple up here. Got a cascade of skulls and some more mana. Let's blow up all the browns on the board with our Mountain Crusher. Hope for a good cascade. Got it. Killed their first troop. Let's cast Setite Warrior. Oh, actually, let's get this extra turn. Get this extra turn. Get this extra turn. Get this extra turn. And get this extra turn. And we ran out of extra turns, but let's do Setite Warrior on our first troop. Whoever has the most armor, just cast it on them, unless Rowan's close, because you want Rowan to have more armor. But since our first troop has 67 armor, it's going to do more damage if we cast it on him. Killed another troop. Now let's do Rowan. Killed him. Bam. You should do dungeons every day. Alright, let's do this team one more time since it almost failed the first time on that 1 trophy troll team. I want to show you can beat even the hardest dungeon. Green extra turn. What are we looking for? Brown. Here's a brown extra turn. Purple extra turn. Maybe we'll get a cascade off it somehow, even though we don't have purple. No, okay. Let's take the skulls. Let's blow up all the brown with Mountain Crusher. Give everybody a bunch of mana. We got everybody up almost. Let's cast Set Tight Warrior on our first troop with the most armor here. Does a bunch of damage. Let's cast Rowan. Gonna do damage based on her armor. Let's take these skulls. 1 troop down. Let us do... let's do Mountain Crusher. And now skulls. We got the Devoted. They just put a bunch of... Okay, if we take this brown here, right here, it's gonna make an extra turn with these 2 yellow. So let's take this brown and get extra turn. Okay, we got a blue extra turn. Let's take it. Alright, a yellow extra turn. Get that. And let's do Devoted if we can on green. Lots of green on the board. Still not hitting. I don't know why. Usually hits more than that. Let's do Set Tight on our first troop. Ooh, bam. Wrecked them. Wrecked the last dungeon. So you can complete dungeons with this team. You can do 1 trophy PvP. You can do pets. You can do all kinds of stuff. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's 2 teams for you there. You can build early with free epics. This one was Mountain Crusher with Sentinel, the Devoted, Rowan, and Set Tight Warrior. Mountain Crusher is from 30 Brown Mastery, just from leveling up. Always pick Brown. Sentinel is from Urskaya, completing out all the Urskaya quests. Not that hard. And then you get a barrier at the start of battle really quickly. The Devoted is just a rare troop. You should get it pretty quickly. Rowan is a free epic from Forest of Thorns. Just complete out all the Forest of Thorns quests. Easy. Set Tight Warrior is an ultra rare. You should get it eventually. If not, you can always put something else in that last slot. That's some sort of tank maybe that does some sort of armor thing, but also does damage, like with the right coloration. Remember, you want to have as many colors as you can. You want to have at least 5 or at least 4, but usually you want to have 5 or 6 of the colors on your team. You want to have a tank. You want to have a mana generator. You want to have a damage dealer. And then you want to have a back tank / damage dealer. Something like that. I pretty much have a tank / mana generator in first slot, a mana generator in second slot, a damage dealer in third slot, and then a back tank / damage dealer in the last slot, like we were before. In the beginning of the game, that's kind of what you want to do. Be a tank with your hero in the first slot with Mountain Crusher or whatever you got. Then some sort of mana generator in second slot is going to create mana for the rest of your team, so make sure it's making mana you can use. Then your damage dealer, the troop you want to protect the most, that's going to be killing the other team in your third slot. And then some sort of back tank that can take a moderate amount of damage and also will help with doing damage. That's how you want to like construct your teams. What else can I tell you guys before we get out of here? Let's say you get the random... well, before we do that, the other team was Mountain Crusher. I can't remember now. Mountain Crusher, we were using Elwyn. Elwyn's the free troop you get from Pan's Vale questline. Remember? Oh yeah, it was Mountain Crusher, Alchemist, Elwyn, Knight Coronet. Okay? So, Mountain Crusher again, pretty... a troop you really need to get if you're a beginner. Get it as quickly as possible. Mountain Crusher. 30 Brown Mastery, easy to get. And then the Alchemist was just a rare troop, easy to get. It's going to create yellow mana for you. And then I said Elwyn, so Pan's Vale, complete that quest out, easy. And then Knight's Coronet, your back tank / damage dealer. So that's mainly how you construct teams in the beginning of Gems of War. But I was gonna say, if you randomly get a legendary troop, say, let's go to base rarity. Let's just pick a legendary troop at random. Like, say you get just a random one, like, because that's gonna happen to you eventually. You're gonna get a random legendary. So when you get that random legendary, you're gonna want to try to use it. So let's say Hyndla. You got Hyndla. So all you want to do is look at, what does she do? Hyndla, what does she do? She deals 32 damage to an enemy, half damage to adjacent enemies, and freezes them all, and summons a random giant. So she's mostly a damage dealer slash summoner, and she freezes, and she uses blue and green mana. So she's at like your third slot, so you're gonna build a team around her. So you would use something like Mountain Crusher, then a mana generator that hopefully generates green or blue. So something like Valkyrie, I think, creates blue. Green Seer probably does green, I think. Something that's gonna generate mana for her. And then in your last slot, you want something that is a back tank slash damage dealer, some sort of giant maybe, so you can get a bonus off having extra giants. So, you know, go to troop types and look up giant, and you could just put one of these giants in the last slot. Fire giant, could probably do him, brown and yellow. That would work good because you know, another giant, you would get to do more damage. Zephyros, you could do him. But basically it's all situational. It's based on what troops you have. So whatever legendary troop is your first legendary, you're gonna have to build your team around him if you want to use it. Okay? So just figure out what they do. Are they a tank? Are they gonna go in the first slot? Are they a mana generator? Are they going in the second slot? Are they a damage dealer? Are they going in the third slot? Or are they like a back tank slash damage dealer going in the last slot? And then build your team around them, because you want to have every color that you can. You want to use your hero in first slot. You want to have a mana generator in your second slot. You want to have a damage dealer in your third slot. You want to have a tank slash damage dealer in your last slot. So whatever that legendary, the first legendary you get, whatever spot it fills, build your team around that. Probably with Mountain Crusher with Sentinel class. But yeah, that's the beginner first one, part 1 of the beginner's guide. I'll do some other beginner stuff in part 2, part 3, whatever we're gonna do. But that's how you build teams, guys. It's you know, you get free epic troops from completing out quest lines for the kingdoms. You know, Pan's Vale is Elwyn, Forest of Thorns is Rowan. You get free classes from completing out the quest lines. Like Sentinel, you're gonna have Barrier. You get weapons from choosing color mastery when you level up, so make sure you choose brown. You get your Mountain Crusher at least. Then start choosing like green and yellow for your runic blade. Watch my arena guide video. And that's how you build teams. First slot tank, second slot mana generator, third slot damage dealer, fourth slot back tank slash damage dealer. Make sure you try to cover as many colors as possible. Get all your free epic troops from completing all the quests of all the kingdoms. Make sure you get all your classes and start leveling them up. Start with Sentinel. Start with Mountain Crusher by getting your brown mastery. When you have a choice between 2 different colors, always pick brown. It goes brown, you want to pick brown, then pick red, then pick green, yellow, blue, then purple's always last. Never pick purple if you have a choice. So anyway, that's all I got, guys. Probably long-winded, confusing, but trying to give the beginners help with building teams, and I hope I helped. So please like, share, and subscribe. We hit 500 subscribers, guys. I really want to get to 1,000. I'll maybe do a face reveal, maybe do more live streams, maybe do a Gems of War video every single day. Like, once I hit 1,000, all bets are off. We're gonna like hit this thing hard. I'm proud of 500. I'm proud of all you guys for getting me there. But if we can get to 1,000, that's like my ultimate goal. Once I get to 1,000, you know, we could do anything. We could do live streams. We could do face reveal. We could do you know, face cam. We could do you know, all kinds of stuff. Videos every day for Gems of War. So yeah, just like, share, subscribe. Help me get to 1,000, and I'll see y'all next time.